Today I want to talk about some of the foolish, real foolish things I did in my life in regard to legal matter. Remember, I made a video about don't let. Name of the video was "Don't Let Them Move In with You," Part One and Part Two. And I'm talking about that property. I just finished a final legal matter on that property. It took me 29 years in order for me to finally sell the property. It's been in legal rumble jumbo for 29 years. That was real stupid. I had a hard time finding me a good lawyer to represent me. And I went into this buying property from my family without a lawyer. Now, if I would have did it outside of the family, I would have had my lawyer. But I call myself, I bought the property from my uncle. My uncle thought all the paperwork was together, I think, but it wasn't that way. He gave me a quick claim deed, and when I paid him off, he did give me the warranty deed. And let me give you a little history of the house. My grandmother and my grandfather, my mother, and other siblings, they worked very, very hard in order to build a house back in 1950. And one of my uncles turned around and turned the house to a crack house. And he was tricking in the house and didn't pay the young lady what he had supposed to pay. And then she burnt half of the house up. Then he turned around. One of my cousins that was on crack killed his best friend. He was staying in the house now. Killed his best friend out there in the road because he had sent his friend to get some $5 crack rock, and then he didn't come back with it, the crack rock, and he killed him out there in the road. And the police said, "Thank God they didn't have it on the property." So it wound up that Dade County had said that the property was a nuisance, and they was going to condemn the house. So by me having a background in construction management, I said, "Hey, I buy the house from you." So what my uncle did, he asked everybody in the family, did they want the property? And they said no, but they didn't want the property as is. Now, I didn't know later on that they was waiting for me to complete the property, then they're gonna come out the woodwork and start claiming it, So my uncle was in the process of selling the back lot, 75 by 100, for $4,000, and he going to sell the house as is for $4,000. But they wind up selling it to me for the house for $32,000. $32,000. Now don't forget now, they were going to sell it to the white man for $4,000, and they turned around and sold it to me for $32,000. But by that being my grandmother's house, I had a connection with it, So I said, "Hey, I pay for it, But they didn't see what I saw, and I think in my opinion, as far as the house and the land, I think that was a good investment in the long term because I got top dollar out of it, I lost a little bit as far as the legal matter, but that wasn't that much. And thank God I was able to get a top-notch lawyer to stay with me for 29 years, And you would be surprised when it comes down to property, how many family members would come out the woodwork and claim that they got a share in that property. And you'd be surprised how many liens that your family members would put on your grandmother or your property. And so you should check at least once a year or twice a year and see if anybody's trying to put some liens on your property. Now, like I said, my uncle, he promised me, he gave me a quick claim deed, and when I paid him off, he supposed to have gave me a warranty deed. And one day they came to the house and said that he said that he just let me manage the house, and I'm saying, no, we signed a contract, He said, no, I just let you manage the house. But I don't think that he thought that I was going to get my attorney back in 1996. And I went and got an attorney, and it was hard to get one. And I was blessed to get this attorney, and I'm going to give him homage, because he did a hell of a job, getting me out of this mess, with family members. I don't care whether this uncle, he's not only, he's a minister, and he's the spokesperson of the family. And I thought that when I pay him off, that would be over with, And I thought that on his behalf that he had got a clean title on the property. Couldn't find out he did not get a clean title on the property. So I had to spend 29 damn years to get this situation out. Now, in Dade County now, the property value is gone high as hell. I could tell you, I'm not going to tell you how much I sold the house for, but I could tell you how much I sold the back lot for. Back then, when my uncle was in the process of selling the back lot, he was planning on selling the back lot for 75 by 100 for $4,000, and I sold the back lot for $130,000. You know what I'm saying? So I made pretty good money off that deal. But you have to get your attorney. I don't care what you do. Now, like I was saying about they was planning on condemning the house. Now, when you talk about family housing, you talk about you're going to save it. You're going to make sure all the paperwork is up to date. What I had to do when they put the house under the label nuisance to the community, I had to go down there and pull a plan on for the house. I had to re-gut the house. I had to find me a good contractor, and I got to tip my hat to Mr. Ulysses Hodges, called him Buddy. At the end, me and him had our disagreement. We had to go to court, but the man is damn good. You know what I'm saying? He is good at what he's do. I would not take that away from that man. He's damn good. And him and Pam, his friend Pam, they did an excellent job on the house. But as the family seen the house was beginning to improve and be beautiful, all of a sudden they came out the woodwork. And like I said, I let someone move in with me, and that was a headache. But the legal matter was the worst headache. 29 years. And the judge yesterday had said in the courtroom, he said that she said that she has several cases like this, that the family is so divided that they cannot come together. The reason why they cannot come together, in my opinion, is that the ones that put something in the pot, they the one have control of the house. But the ones that did not put anything in the pot, they think that they could get something out of it. Although I made a settlement with the family, not to empty the amount of money I was supposed to get. But they did not put nothing in the pot. They didn't lift a finger for a screw. They did not lift a finger, a hand for a nail, a hammer. They did not come by and help any kind of way, I had to get somebody, one family member, he just passed away, Kenny Akins. Kenny Akins helped me out a whole lot. And Arthur Eside, both of them just passed away. They helped me, but none of my family members, none of them. But at the end, they had their hand out, But like I gave them some money to close the case. But I'm telling you, anytime when it comes down to a legal matter, you have to get your lawyer. Don't go by because he's my uncle, he's a minister, he's a notary public, he done did this for other people. No, go and get your lawyer, because 29 years is a long damn time, you know what I'm saying, to settle a matter. you know. So I I'm glad that I'm through with this headache. I'm still moving forward, regardless if it went in a negative direction or a positive direction. But I'm glad that I got this behind it. I got this. I didn't have to say nothing as far as on my behalf. I let my lawyer do all my talking for 29 years. I didn't have to. Only thing I had to say is when the judge asked me what my name was. That's the only thing I had to say. But I'm telling you, when you come down to dealing with your family members on a legal level, please get your lawyer. Don't go through what I had went through, you know. And especially if the house is condemned. Oh, let me tell you what I had to do as far as the house condemned. You know what I'm saying? About to be condemned. When they declared a nuisance, I had to go and get an architect to redraw the plans for the house. I had to get a contractor to come in and do the work to the house. I had to pull several permits, you know. And I had to do everything in order to get a final on the house. No member of the family participated, but at the end, they had their hands out, and I had to wind up giving them something to say to hell with it, you know. So y'all take heed to what I have done foolishly, not by not having a lawyer. Don't never ever. I don't give a damn. Brother, sister, mama, daddy, son, daughter. Get it in writing. Get it with an attorney. You know. And for you don't have to go through what I have been through. I know some of y'all out there in the audience that have been through this. You know, trusted your family members. But see, some family members don't see life like the way you see it. Some family members see life that they know that when they leave here, they're not going to take anything with them. But some family members, they really believe that all the material things that they have, you know, they're going to take them with them. I never forget, I working for, this is of course, I worked for a millionaire and multi-millionaire. And he said this, he said he didn't want to die. If he had to trace all the money that he had, he'd rather give all that money up. You know what I'm saying? In order for him to live a couple more years, you know? So you're not gonna take no material things with you. The only thing you have to do, pass the baton to the next generation. Do like Jesus did. When Jesus passed away, he passed wisdom, knowledge, understanding to the next generation. And what we have to do, pass wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and love, you know, and try to pass as much finance that we can to the next generation, you know, because to make this world a better place that we live in. But don't be like I did. I call myself stupid, not ignorant. I was damn stupid, trusting my family member, knowing that wasn't done to me, you know, in order to draw up a contract. That the contract read real good. Now it was down to the T. But on a legal level, it wasn't binding because my siblings and other family members did not sign off on the house like he told me that they did. Like he guaranteed that I get a warranty deed. So I'm just sharing with you. Don't do it. Don't do it. Get your lawyer. Get your lawyer. You know. Well, I'm blessed that everything turned out all right. You know. And I got this behind me. So I'm sharing this with my community. You know. Take the time to like and subscribe. And I hope this conversation is a very knowledgeable conversation for anybody. You know, 29 years is a long, long time. Please subscribe and like. Thank you very much.